Welcome back to Giant Monster Games. I'm Adrian, and we are playing Mono Blue Control. What do we think of this opening hand? We are also on the play. I think we can keep this. I think we can keep this indeed. I think it's actually pretty good. It's actually a really good opening hand. It's exactly what we want. 2 lands, should have lots of stuff, draw mechanic, Vapor Snag, so we have some early game control. Oh, wait. I said we were on the play. We were totally on the draw. I thought we were on the play. My bad indeed. Not the end of the world though. We have lots of options. Hopefully, vapor snagging whatever our opponent's playing. Oh, blue. Mirror match? Budget blue control? Mirror match? Probably not. Well, there's an island. And we will just pass it to our opponent's turn, which means we're probably going to pull out Spreading Seas when we get to sideboard. Ghost Quarter. That's exciting. Howling Mine. That's... yes, please. I think. What do we what plays Howling Mine? What are we playing against? We're about to find out, I guess. Begin combat. Opponent's not doing anything, and we're obviously not going to vapor snag anything. So draw 2 cards. That's exciting. I guess we just play a plains and I guess a Curious Homunculus, maybe? What do I do here? What is my line of play? I have 8 cards in hand. I don't want to lose cards in hand. So let's play the Curious Homunculus, and hopefully he doesn't play like a game-winning card next turn. I mean, in theory I could have just pitched whatever. I could have pitched like the Spreading Seas. In theory. Mind you, he may be playing more than 2 colors. Because I can't think of anything specific that you're playing with Howling Mine and blue exclusively. That other than like a control deck. So maybe we are playing against some kind of control variant deck. Glacial Fortress. I think we're going to Spreading Seas that. I don't really want him to have white. I'm assuming at this point we are playing... Okay, I'm not assuming anything anymore. I was going to say I think we were playing against the Titan deck, which is basically a blue-white Titan value deck. But it may be actually more like a mill deck now. I'm guessing it is totally a mill deck right now, actually. So this is going to need to go away. Yeah, remember that time I said hopefully we won't draw into like a game-breaking card? Totally drew into a game-breaking card right now. In the meantime, we have this guy on board. What do I do? I want to flip him as soon as humanly possible, but I don't think that's going to happen next turn. So... what can we do in the meantime? We could Serum Visions, we could Spreading Seas. Both of those keep our hand size at a healthy size. Obviously, if we have a land to play, we could play a land. Let's Serum Visions. Start off. And see what we draw, and see what's on top. Hopefully we draw into a land. And if we don't draw into a land, hopefully we'll see a land and we can put it on top and we can Spreading Seas and draw it. So, fingers crossed. Curious Homunculus and... oh, we got another Spreading Seas. So you can go on top, and you can go on top of that. And we will Spreading Seas our opponent's Glacial Fortress away. Just get rid of his white. Make it so he doesn't have white stuff. I mean, obviously you can always Ghost Quarter it to go and fetch something. We draw a land. We play... I put them on the wrong order, didn't... Did I put that in the wrong order? I think I put them both on bottom, accidentally. Sad day for me. Sad day for the misplays. Which sucks, because both those cards would have been really good for us. Need to pay more attention, guys. I need to pay more attention. Trying to think and play really fast, even though I should be slowing down a little bit. Okay, pass to our opponent's turn. I'm assuming we are about to start milling ourselves seriously. Vapor Snag, you can go to the graveyard. You're not going to be very handy for us right now. And we're about to mill a bunch of cards into our graveyard, which actually helps us flip Homunculus, which would have been great to like have the other Homunculus. I'm going to always yield to you. I know what's going on there. We're going to mill very fast. Let's just put this up here so you guys can actually see my graveyard as it fills up. And Temple Bell... more good stuff. So he's playing like a budget mill deck. But the thing is, he's also giving us a lot of draw, which is super scary because we are okay with a lot of draw. So, that's a thing. End step, we don't have anything to do, so we probably have like 3 turns before we die. So we need to see if we can kill our opponent in 3 turns. So, first of all, we draw. I should probably just yield always to this guy. Play a land. We're going to place the Serpent as well this turn for 2. And we can think twice for 1. Yeah. What do I think? I think... I think we're just going to go to combat. Yeah. Go to combat. If our opponent doesn't have any responses, he shouldn't have any responses. So we are going to Telling Time for 1, triggering Prowess. Always yield to Prowess. I'm okay with Prowess, always yielding. Opponent's obviously not going to do anything. Engulf the Shore, you can go... Oh, I need something to go into our hand. Sure, Island can go to our hand. I think we've already played our land for the turn. Spreading Seas. Does Spreading Seas help us? Sure, Spreading Seas can go on top. Engulf the Shore goes on the bottom. What else do? We could do Telling Time again. Yeah, I guess. Did basically... no, I totally played that wrong. I should have actually played the Serpent. My bad, guys, my bad. We're basically just going for a whole bunch of damage to this guy right now. Which is fine. Okay. Curious Homunculus can go to our hand. Spreading Seas can go to the bottom. I don't really need it. And Think Twice can go to the bottom as well. Or no, sorry. Yes, I did that wrong, but we know what was going on. And then we'll go to Finishing Combat. Swinging in for 5. And second main phase, play our second Curious Homunculus. We're not going to counter any of our opponent's stuff at this point. We would rather try and rush him to death, which may happen. I mean, we're just going to swing in. We may... Oh, we have to throw something out. Spreading Seas, I guess, can go away. Yeah, Spreading Seas, you can go away. And now we are going to draw a whole bunch of... Or we're going to discard... We're going to dredge. Not dredge. We are going to mill. We're going to mill cards very quickly. A whole bunch of them. Always yield. Good. Another island. Which hopefully will be enough to like make us like do the kind of thing and just like... We should be able to get enough damage actually to kill our opponent this turn. I believe we do. Because we'll have 3 lands. We'll be able to play... Oh, well, we'll have 4 islands, which means we'll actually be able to play 4 things. Assuming he doesn't put up a blocker. Another Howling Mine. That's fine. That's fine for me. Because we'll play 4 cards on our turn. Is that going to be enough? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll be able to swing in for exactly 14. Assuming he doesn't have a path or something to bounce one of these guys. Which is completely possible, to be quite honest. Okay. We draw all kinds of stuff, and we are probably going to die next turn if we don't actually get our opponent into the dead zone. Into the dead zone. 1, 2, 3. We only have 3 cards we can play though. But we are going to draw cards theoretically. So let's just do these now. So Think Twice for 1. Prowesses, trigger. We're doing this now because if we technically draw into like a Serum Visions, yeah, if we draw into a Serum Visions, then yeah. I guess theoretically we could also negate one of our own like cards, because I mean these guys, because Prowess triggers whether the spell resolves or not. Just casting the spell allows it to actually trigger. Yeah. So oh, there we go. Serum Visions. Okay, we're going to scry 2, and you can go on the bottom, you can go on top, because I wouldn't mind drawing into a Serpent, and I think we're just going to go for it. We're going to go all out. Paying 1, because we don't have to pay much. And then we're just going to swing to our opponent and see if our opponent actually has a response. And go to combat. And if our opponent has a path, that means we don't win. Or prevent all damage. Dealt by creatures this turn. That's neat. Well, we tried our best on that one. What can we do instead? I don't think there's anything we can do instead. So what do I do? We need to go to... Oh, cancel. We're going to go to cleanup phase, and we're going to throw away a bunch of stuff. Stuff we just do not need. I guess playing Serpent probably would have been not a terribly bad idea. We don't need this Serpent. We don't need all of these lands. Probably don't need Tectonic Edge either. And this is where, do we mill ourselves completely out, or do we just kind of mill ourselves out? So we're going down to 11, down to 9. He's going to Temple Bell, which is going to put us down farther. If he has another, like, fog spell, we're totally done. 100% done, if he has another fog spell. So next turn, when we go, like, next turn... Oh, yeah, Supreme Verdict, destroy everything. That sucks. Can we recover? Yeah, maybe. So next turn, yeah, definitely one of the things we'll have to hold up is going to be for the Sphinx's tutelage. Obviously, we haven't seen any creatures. I don't think he has any creatures in his deck, so we can actually pull out all of our Essence Scatters. And now we draw enough to... we can't win this turn. We cannot win this exact turn, so we're going to concede, save ourselves some time, and see if we can actually turn this game around in Game 2. Again, the more you play the deck, the more, like any deck, the more you play it, the more you actually the more you get familiar with what things you need to be countering, what things you need to be doing, stuff like this. So, Essence Scatter, you just kind of get better, just generally all around better. Okay, Boomerangs, you can come in. Oh, yes, Boomerangs come in. What else do I want to put in? Pithing Needle is not a terrible idea, naming Temple Bell. Essence Scatter, did I pull those already? I did, yep. Spreading Seas are not really that handy. Not in this matchup, at least. Ceremonious Rejection, we can use to get rid of all of his artifact spells. Sundroplet does not do anything. Negate is a good option. And I'm tempted to do Pithing Needle naming out Bell, but I don't think it's actually going to be that much faster or slower. So I don't know if we really want to put it in. The question is, what do we put in instead? I almost think we put in back in the Spreading Seas, just because they do give us potential cantrips if we need to just like fire off and finish the game. So yeah. Oh, actually yeah. Because hold on, we don't need any of the Vapor Snags because it doesn't have creatures. No need. No point in having them in the deck. So yeah, that changes a lot of stuff actually. So all of the Spreading Seas comes back in, and I guess we put in a Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle's not a terrible idea. It just means because it's like activated abilities, so like passive abilities like the Sphinx's tutelage just keep going off and off and off and off. I think we're gonna go just like that, going to the next game. Let's see how it pans out, and hopefully I will play first 100%. And yes, we're gonna keep this because we're gonna Ceremonious Rejection the crap out of his stuff. And he's deciding he is keeping a 7-lander. Ship it to our opponent's turn. I don't think there's any 1-drops that he would have. So he's probably just going to ship it back to our turn. Yep, totally does. And we're going to negate whatever he plays, ideally. Fingers crossed. So hopefully you'll play Howling Mine. Ceremonious Rejection. I would love Howling Mine, I'm not going to lie. Howling Mine is fantastic for me, but it's also fantastic for him. Probably more fantastic for him than it is for us. Yes, yes. And get the Monkeyless onto the table. Let's open up some graveyards here for you guys so you can actually see what's going on. Put mine up here because mine's going to fill up way faster than our opponent's. Unfortunately, I should have left up for Negate. I totally misplayed that. Because I was like, oh, he's going to just play another Temple Bell, or he's going to play Howling Mine, but realistically, could play Sphinx's Tutelage, which is going to be problematic for us if he does end up deciding to play it. He doesn't, which means thank you a lot. Do I play another Homunculus? I think I do. Do I play another Homunculus? That's the question. He probably has a bunch of creature hate. Okay, let's go to combat. Swing for 1. Nothing too crazy. The other option would be to not play it and hold up mana for both Negate and Telling Time, which is actually not a terrible idea either. Which is actually probably the better idea, because then we would flip this guy. So we'd be getting 2/1/1s on the battlefield or getting a 3/4 next turn. And I think that's the way we're going to go. Opponent's not blocking. Shipping to our opponent's turn. Nothing we're going to do on our turn. Okay, see if we can play this one a little bit faster. Flash. Negate. Thank you, but no thank you. And then let's throw it to our opponent's turn. We're going to be telling time on their turn, by the way. But we're faking that we have some awesome stuff in our hand. I mean, realistically as well, we could play Ceremonious Rejection if they play something like another Howling Mine. Just like that. So, yeah. So that hopefully is slowing our opponent down enough that it is annoying at this point. That is our objective. Be annoying. I mean, obviously a lot of these things would help us because we also want to have our hand filled up with stuff. But their deck is way more geared towards like drawing a ton of cards. And I think we're just going to Serum Visions right off the hop. It'll give him a prowess trigger, which means he'll get a little bit bigger. And again, we're not going in for like the super kill. We're going in for like the slow grind kind of kill. Telling time. Do I want either of those on top? Put one on top, put one on bottom, I think is going to be the way it's going to go. And do I Spreading Seas his planes away, or do I wait in Telling Time? I think we're going to wait in Telling Time. Spreading Seas would be awesome, and I know we're going to draw into something good, but... Oh, and hold on. Actually, I should Spreading Seas. I should have Spreading Seas. Well, we're going to hold off on it because we can also Telling Time twice. We're actually going to Telling Time right now because it only costs 1 mana, so there's no point in not doing it. And yeah. It's a good plan. Telling Time goes to our hand. Cryptic Serpent. You can go on top, and one goes on bottom, and then we will Telling Time again. And if we see a counter spell on top, we're going to put it into our hand. Because that's really what we need at this point, is another counterspell. Yeah. No, Boomerang, though, is good. So I think Boomerang goes into our hand. Cryptic Servant goes on top. Could have gone either way around. Either way. That's fine. And then our opponent takes 6, which is rad. And then we ship it to our opponent's turn, see what they have to say. That's that Sphinx's Tutelage, which we don't have a way of dealing with, but we are going to Boomerang it, so I'm not that concerned about that. Sure. Go to our turn. On our turn, we will start out by... I could just Spreading Seas and then Boomerang again. Obviously, he'll play this next turn, but we'll be doing more damage at that point, so which I'm okay with. So we're going to Spreading Seas his planes. Always yield to this trigger. And then, yeah, we draw a card. Maybe we draw something amazing. Oh, we draw an island. We'll play it. Our opponent knows we have all the manas now. And then we will actually just swing in. Attack. Go, attacking. Homunculus. Vicarious Reader. And do we actually bounce this now? I think we do. We get another prowess trigger and make him have to spend all of his mana to get it up again next turn. Excellent. Marvelous. And puts our opponent down to 8, which means we are getting dangerously close, grinding our opponent down slowly with Vicarious Reader. Yeah, Hideaway, doing some kind of Hideaway stuff. This is the... if your card has... Or if... You may play this card without paying its mana cost if what? If a library has 20 cards or less. So he's probably aiming for my library. So he's going to play Sphinx's Tutelage, which is fine because I think our clock is faster than his mill engine is going to be at this point. Oh, that'd been awesome to play Mana Leak on that. Okay. Well, let's just attack with this guy. And we're probably going to play one of these two guys next turn. Probably the Cryptic Serpent. Because... yeah, just because. Because I don't want to get Supreme Verdict. That's what I'm trying to say. Actually, no, we're going to play the Curious Homunculus. Because we can always play Cryptic Serpent the turn after and then swing for lethal. Right now, we're going to have lethal on board. So, yeah, which is cool. And Spreading Seas, Think Twice. Oh, we have Instant Sorcery in our graveyard. We can actually play that on art at the end step. Maybe not a bad idea. Maybe not a bad idea at all. I'm always down for drawing cards, and we don't need any more in our graveyard right now, so always nice. Think Twice is a really cool card. I mean, you basically draw a card for 2 and then draw more cards. Yeah, Mana Leak. Thank you, Mana Leak. Mana Leaked. And he's, I think, tapped out at this point, so GG. Yep. Okay, go to sideboard. Do we need to change anything, or do we want to run it back the way it is? I think we run it back the way it is. I don't think there's anything else I would want to be playing, so... okay, going to game 3. Let's see if we can actually pull this off, guys. We are so close. We are so close. 1-1. Going into game 3. So, again, I was like... I always say this. I keep saying this over and over again. I'm just not a very good control player. Or, like, I'm better at playing black control because it's like it's all about removing the threats as they come into play versus playing blue. If you're like a spike kind of player and you really like to do this, then it's awesome. But if you're not, and you're like me, you need to learn how to evaluate every single card that's coming into play and think, okay, well, what else is in their deck? How is this going to synergize with X, Y, and Z? And saying, do I counter this or do I not counter this? And what are the ramifications, or what do I have in my deck? Can I look into my deck and think, what do I have that can deal with this if I don't deal with it right now? And this is what you need to be thinking as you're doing a control player, which, again, if you're the person that plays Magic because you like to play like a really thinky game and all these interactions and a lot of thinking and stuff, which I know a lot of people, that's why they play Magic, because they love that super in-depth, super complicated, what do I do, what's the best line of play kind of play style, then a deck like this is perfectly for you. Obviously, this deck can be upgraded, and obviously there is the way better control decks out there. I mean, blue-white control is substantially better. It's not budget, unfortunately. Even though I may do like a like $80 budget version, this is not a keepable hand. Or is it a keepable hand? I think it actually is a keepable hand. I'm okay with having 5 lands and 2 counterspells in hand, or a counterspell and a draw. Yeah, let's keep this. I think this is actually not bad at all. This is going to give us all kinds of options as we actually start drawing, because we're going to filter top of our deck as soon as we can. And he gains a life. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Except, it's one of those things. When you keep a hand full of lands, you draw more land. Well, shift to our opponent's turn. We are on the draw, so it means our opponent will probably have a chance to play the things they need. So he's probably going to get Howling Mine into play right now. Obviously, we're not going to counter it. If we had a Ceremonious Rejection, we could have countered it. But we basically need to be aiming to counter the Sphinx's Tutelage. So I skipped my turn. Ugh. That really, really annoys me. That hurts so much. Please don't play Sphinx's Tutelage. This is going to just drive me mental. I thought it was our opponent's turn, and I hit 2. It's always the downside of like playing online is you accidentally like hit buttons sometimes, and then you skip your turn, which sucks. But it happens. Hopefully he does not play Sphinx's Tutelage this turn. He plays another Howling Mine. Okay, we are safe, because we basically need to negate his Sphinx's Tutelage. Let me open up some graveyards here for you as well. Okay, go to our turn. Don't skip our turn this time, because that's no fun. I can actually always yield to these. I don't need to see them. Okay, so let's play an island, and we need to hold up for negate. So What do we throw away? I think we throw away a Telling Time, and we need to throw away one more of something else. Serum Visions is probably pretty good to keep. Tectonic Edge, do we need to keep a Tectonic Edge? I think we do. I don't want to throw away too many more lands, though. Well, we're drawing 3 cards every single turn, so I'm not that concerned about it, but I always feel bad about like throwing lands when you are like only have 2 lands in play and we missed a land drop, which is super annoying. Yeah. So anyways, we need to keep up Negate and Mana Leak for his Sphinx's Tutelage. I mean, that's the way his deck is going to win against us. He's going to dredge stuff. Sure. Relic. That's fine. That's actually a relatively good card against us, just because we do have all of our win conditions rely on stuff in our graveyard. That's a thing. Yes. Graveyards. They do stuff. End step, Telling Time. Let's fix the top of our deck. What do we want? We want a Negate in our hand. Mana Leak can go on top, Island can go on the bottom. We draw a bunch of cards. And we might as well play an Island. And then Serum Visions to fix the top of our deck. We draw into what? A Boomerang, which is good. Spreading Seas, which is also good because we can get rid of Supreme Verdict. You can go on the bottom. And you can go on top? Do I want to put that on top, or do I want to draw into win conditions? I don't want to draw into win conditions. At this point, we don't have any win conditions in our hand. Okay, ship it to our opponent's turn. Now that we have Boomerang, we can also, again, throw his thing back to his hand. His Sphinx's Tutelage. And we need to do some cleanup step stuff. So, what do I think? Probably get rid of a single Negate. And do I get rid of another land? I'm kind of tempted to get rid of Tectonic Edge. I'm also kind of more tempted to get rid of the island. I think getting rid of the island is going to be better because we may keep the Tectonic Edge to actually destroy one of his non-basic lands, getting rid of his white sources, which means his Supreme Verdicts become substantially less viable. Potentially less viable, I should say, because he has less options. Really, we're holding up because we need to negate the heck out of his Sphinx's Tutelage. I'm surprised he hasn't been using this, actually, just to make us slowly get rid of stuff out of our graveyard. Obviously, we have a lot of lands, so I'm not too concerned about that. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, there you go. That's what it is right now. So always yield and island. Kind of funny that he did it on his turn rather than on our turn, which is the thing that happens. And is he doing anything else? He is going to the end step, which means we can Telling Time again. Might as well fix the top of our deck a little bit more. Again, trying to draw into our win conditions right now. That is like our primary objective, draw into our win conditions. So, can we do that? Let's find out. Let's find out. Waiting for our opponent to deal with or respond to Telling Time. Is he going to counter it? Oh. Well played. Well played. So he's going to get another one of his draw engines in play, which means it's more likely he's going to draw into his Sphinx's Tutelages now. And we're technically drawing and playing more cards than he is, so he could actually just play the slow game, as long as he can survive through the slow game. Okay. So let's say Curious Homunculus goes to our hand. Telling Time goes on top, and Boomerang goes on bottom? I think that's the way it goes. We're going to draw 3 cards right now, so this is going to be a little bit crazy. It's kind of funny that we forced him to play that at the end of his turn. And he throws away a Charm, which prevents damage, which I'm assuming is his game plan right now. He's basically going to prevent all of the damage. And we're waiting for our opponent to decide which order these triggers go into play. They really don't matter. I'm assuming our opponent does not care which one goes first. So, because they shouldn't matter. Also, we have 9 minutes on the clock. This game is getting pretty long. We're going to see how it pans out, though. Come on, game. Come on, game. Come on, opponent. Play faster. Faster, opponent. We're playing control, which means the games go slower. So, come on, opponent. Come on, opponent. Opponent, come on. I feel like if I keep saying "come on, opponent," it'll make him play faster. It's my theory. I think I'm wrong. I'm gonna tell him we're waiting on you. Waiting. Oh, yeah, he's played. He finally went. Always yield. Don't care. Does not matter. Okay. He didn't play another land, so we might as well play another island. At this point, what do we do? I think we just play the Reader and then ship it to our opponent's turn because, again, we want to keep up Negate. And, yeah. I think that's going to be the game plan now. Ship it to our opponent's turn. What are we throwing away? Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff can be thrown away. Mana Leak can go away. And we need to throw away one more card. I'm a little apprehensive to throw away more lands. But I think we're going to do it anyways. Keep going away. All lands, gone, gone, gone. I mean, we have 4 lands in play at this point, plus Tectonic Edge. So, yeah. Our opponent now, ton of cards in hand. So it means they can do a lot of stuff. Again, we have Leaks and Negates up to counter his Sphinx's Tutelage. And next turn, this guy's going to flip unless he uses Relic, which is not a terrible idea to use Relic, just to get rid of all this, to get rid of our library. Yeah, there you go. Goodbye, library. Nice seeing you. You'll fill up quick enough anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. So you're not going to flip this turn, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And combat, I'm assuming our opponent's not doing anything. Cleanup step, he is throwing away a bunch of stuff. And he has 4 cards now, so we could actually probably just Tectonic Edge and blow up one of them, which would prevent him from playing Supreme Verdict. He's throwing away a Temple Bell and anything else. And more stuff that prevents damage. Also cycles. That's kind of cool, if he's looking to draw into something. Oh, we could have telling time on our opponent's end step. I missed that. My bad. My bad. Not the end of the world, though. Actually, it would have been really good. Dang it. I should have done that. Too late now. Okay. All of the triggers going on the stack. As I said, always yield. Always yield. Okay. So we draw a bunch of stuff. Might as well play the Tectonic Edge. And what do I think here? If I go to combat, I can swing for 1. It's probably not a bad idea. Yeah, I guess that's where we're going to go. Swing for 1. Okay. And the question is now, do I Spreading Seas to get rid of one of his... Yeah, probably not. Spreading Seas is not really a very good option at this exact point. So I really need to get threats onto the board is really what I need to do. So I'm almost thinking something like Serum Visions just to fill up our graveyard a little bit, and then Telling Time more. Yeah. We're going to find out. So let's Serum Visions. And hopefully scrying, hopefully fixing the top of our deck, drawing into more threats. Both of these are really good. Both of these are really, really good. I think Curious Homunculus is... what do I think? We don't have enough stuff in our graveyard to really make stuff awesome yet, so we'll put on the top of Library and Cryptic Servant also on top of Library. And again, we need to be holding up for his Sphinx's Tutelage, I think. But again, if we fill up our graveyard now, we flip this guy. I think we're going to go for the attack plan. I think that's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to play another Curious Homunculus. We're going to play Serum Visions. Yeah. I need one more spell in my graveyard. This is the problem. I probably could have not attacked him with him and actually used that to cast another spell, like Telling Time. Probably would not have been a very bad idea. Misplay a little bit on my part, and I know exactly what's on top of my library. Okay. Oh, I put that on the bottom. Wanted to put it on top. It's okay. And we don't have enough mana. We don't have enough mana to cast these. So, unfortunate for us. Oh yeah, we gotta throw away stuff. Remember the time we gotta throw away stuff? That's right now. Happens right now. This very instant. And might as well throw away Leak. And our opponent's drawing a whole bunch of stuff. And they are going to be safe to play their Sphinx's Tutelage or a Supreme Verdict. If they play a Supreme Verdict, that's fine because we're going to play Cryptic Serpent next turn for 2 mana. Probably going to play 2 of them, to be honest. Mind you, they probably have multiple Supreme Verdicts in hand. So yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing that happens. They also have a whole bunch of fog effects, which is actually not very good for us. But again, we're going to be dealing damage every single turn at this point, so yeah, there's the Sphinx's Tutelage, which is fine. He is tapping out to do that. We're going to boomerang it back to his hand, which is also going to get us some awesome value when we have our guys going all flippy-dippy. By flippy-dippy, I mean prowessy. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Cleanup step for our opponent. We could also technically Spreading Seas, which is maybe not a terrible idea, actually. Spreading Seas, one of these. He has so many freaking like prevent damage spells right now, which is super funny. We just basically need to get rid of his white mana. Yeah, draw a whole bunch of stuff, which is fine. We will play the island. And do we Spreading Seas one of these things into? Do I or do I not? Do I or do I not? That is the question. To be or not to be? I think so. Yeah, I think so. So these guys' prowess triggers will trigger. He's getting rid of one of his white sources of mana, which is fine. We're draw a card, which is not so fine, because we are getting very dangerously close to having no deck. We've like seen almost our entire. We've seen like 2/3 of our deck at this point, which is insane. Insane. Mill versus Control is a scary matchup. Not a matchup that is unbeatable. Prevent all combat damage dealt this turn. Okay. Hold on. So we 3. So we have what 2 spells on the stack. So that's gonna be what 5. And we can actually. We might as well just go all in. Why not just go all in right now? Oh no, because we need to hold up mana for Sphinx's Tutelage. Need to hold up mana. Okay, that's fine. Because we're gonna have to boomerang it, which is fine. Okay. Okay. Yes, Spreading Seas. Draw a card. Go to combat. Swinging for 10. Attack, attack. And if he doesn't do anything in response, cast instant sorceries, we are going to boomerang this guy and get an extra couple damage in. Assuming he doesn't have another Holy Day or something like that in his hand, which he may have. Dang it! Ah! Foiled again! Not the end of the world. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. I should have actually... I should have been way smarter. I should have boomeranged like at the end step and actually let him take the damage. Super bad idea for me. Again, not being the real control player that I am not. Okay. Ship it to our opponent's turn. We're waiting now. And what am I getting to get rid of? Think Twice can go away. And we are... I have 4 minutes on the clock, 5 minutes on the clock, because I'm thinking way too hard about what I need actually doing here. So he's going to probably just play Sphinx's Tutelage again. Play the Hideaway Land. Sweet. He's probably going to play Sphinx's Tutelage again. And yeah. Okay. Again, if we can get rid of more of his white sources of mana. Again, he could also Supreme Verdict, which is what's about to happen. Destroy all creatures. It's fine. We have the Cryptic Serpents, which will give us a couple turns. You gain 5 life. Shuffle. Is it all libraries? Or you're a library? You're a library. Okay. And we draw a bunch of cards. Yeah, Ghost Quarter, which is fine. Probably could have played the island, to be honest. Probably would have been better. Cryptic Serpent gives us an extra couple turns. Curious Homunculus Also not a terrible idea. Yeah, let's play the Curious of Homunculus. And we want to play anything else? We want to keep up our Negate. So that's a thing. So let's just skip it to our opponent's turn. Throw away the Ghost Quarter. And Ghost Quarter, you go away. And as our opponent's turn, again, we're going to negate his we should have kept up all the mana leaks and stuff. I've been throwing away like mana leak and things like this, but I should have kept them up because then we can actually counter like Holy Day and other stuff. So 50-50 on that one. I probably should have played the island as well. What is he playing? Okay, so negate that. Negate. Don't want you to deal with have a Sphinx's Tutelage. If he has 2 in hand, which at this point he very likely could, he will just play a second one. Or if he also has his own counterspell, yeah, well, not much I can do with that. Again, I could theoretically get another boomerang and boomerang it. I think I actually have already put 2 boomerangs in my graveyard. So gonna get scary times for us. Clean up for our opponent. Okay, I think we have like a 2-turn clock here. So he's gonna flip, and hopefully we draw into a bunch of counter spells. None of those. Oh, that's a counter spell. Play the island. Let's go to attacks. Attack with both of these guys. Swinging for 10, which means our opponent has a 2-turn clock right now. And we may just actually play like Think Twice for 1, or Telling Time for 1, and just get more counter spells. And opponent doesn't take anything. Yeah, should we leave up everything? No, we're gonna play another Serpent, and hopefully, fingers crossed, he doesn't have another Supreme Verdict in hand. It's completely possible. I mean, I think you probably have 2 of them in his deck. We can also just Spreading Seas this thing. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then we're gonna tech. Oh no, I Spreading Seas the wrong thing. Too late now. We have another Spreading Seas in hand though. So we draw, and then we're gonna Spreading Seas this. And we still have mana up for negates and other awesome instant counter spells. And what? Go to our opponent's turn. That's what's up. Okay. Cleanup phase. Throwing away an island. And that's all we need to do. This is some serious mill going on right now. Yep. Always yield. Don't need to waste my clock. I only have 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Oh god. Okay. What ends up happening? What's happening is he gets. He still has the thing, so he could technically Supreme Verdict again, which would be GG for us. We're pushing hard. I've definitely made a couple misplays, quite a few misplays. Again, I'm not very good at playing control. So I've had a number of misplays, but I probably could have pulled this game out. Specifically, if I would have actually not tried to boomerang his Sphinx's Tutelage. So yeah. Does that matter? Does that matter to me? I don't think so, unless there's a way for him to force draw. Yeah, no, I have to negate that. Basically, because he can pay mana. There may be a way for him to make us draw, which then loses us the game. Cycling. So we mill 2. And does he have another cycling card? Does he have another cycling card? He does. That is GG. GG, opponent. Well played. Okay, well, we're going to go and draw ourselves into oblivion. Anyways, this has been Adrian and Giant Monster Games. Hope you guys enjoyed this match. We didn't win, but we got close. Again, I hope you guys can learn how to play Control better from me not playing Control very well. So, yeah. Anyways, until next time, I'm Adrian, Giant Monster Games. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to game like a giant monster.